My next guest was reading a layoff email one week and soon found herself standing inside her own coffee stand. Her brand mantra is allergic to flop, which is exactly the energy I need in my life right now.
And the thing that I think has gone like semi-viral on TikTok and stuff is kind of our espresso sodas. So the most popular one these days is a Diet Cherry Coke Espresso, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's cherry syrup, Diet Coke, espresso, and a splash of cream. I will get burnt out quite quickly if I try to push myself to 6, 7 days a week. I just can't do it. Yeah, so I was actually laid off twice, once in 2024, once in 2025. That week of that particular layoff was challenging. It was just beyond challenging, actually. It was like I was supposed to go wedding dress shopping with my mom and my best friend, which I had to cancel and fly down to LA last minute because my dad was having emergency double bypass surgery. And I would say, like, it didn't feel great in the moment, but I think I had been in a place where I was already dealing with so much, and I was really thinking about how short life really is and how, what are we really here for if we can't be there for our families and be there to take care of them? You know what? I'm not doing this anymore. You can't pay me to go back to this type of work. And I thought, just like, you know what? If I don't bet on myself, who else is going to bet on me? I was like, excuse my language, I was like, oh shit, like this had better work. I got to figure something else out. So I turned to social media. Most people were really supportive. I think, I love a naysayer. Tell me I can't do something, I'm going to go do it. And I was just like, I love proving men wrong. Like, just thank you for that comment. Because when I'm successful and this thing blows up and we're doing great, I'm going to think back on this moment. So
we actually crunched the numbers, and we figured out that our family actually saves $53,000 this first year just from the lifestyle shrinkage and cutting out extra expenses, not having to commute, pay for parking, pay for bridge tolls, pay for gas, corporate wardrobe, convenience foods like ordering dinner because I'm way too tired to cook at 6 p.m., working a corporate job, and having to buy lunch and breakfast out because I didn't have the time or remember to bring them to the office with me.
I was even talking to a girlfriend about this, and I was like, yeah, it's been really hard. It's really challenging. And she's like, well, watching your Instagrams and your TikToks seems like it's going great. I'm like, well, good. I'm glad you're picking up on that. But, it's not always rainbows and butterflies. I feel like emotional sometimes. I'm just like, I feel so proud of how far women have come and what we've been able to accomplish within a couple of decades. And I think it's just really cool to see women thrive and get to live the lives that they've always wanted without any restrictions.
And one thing I've definitely learned at this age that I didn't really understand when I was younger is that when you stop competing with other women, when you team up and help each other, magic happens. It's super powerful.
Like, my corporate life was my flop era. My business life is definitely not that. My attitude has always been, I'm not going to let my disability stop me from achieving the things that I've always wanted to achieve. And I'm just going to have so much more pride in myself and what I've done, knowing that I did it in spite of the fact that, my body isn't working the way it's supposed to. I do a hard thing every year. I do one really challenging thing every single year. And lastly, starting a business should be fun, even though it's kind of scary. If you're not ultimately having fun, you might want to take a second to step back and reassess why you're doing what you're doing.
I very quickly learned that although you maybe didn't fit into that crowd, that corporate life, you probably need some sort of tribe around you or network and support. And so finding those people earlier in your business rather than later, the second I started to reach out and collaborate with other women, the more my business accelerated.
No. So we live on a rock hurtling through space. Just do it. At the risk of sounding like a Nike ad, just do it.